Hi friends, today we will discuss about the data types. So what is data type? It specifies the different size of values that can be stored in the variable. It specifies the different sizes of values that can be stored in the variable. For suppose if you see here, we have different types of data types: char, short, int, float, long. It has some values. It shows some values like up to 10 digit or 5 digit. It stores it. The size of the value is integer is up to 5 digits. It can be stored in the variable. These values can be stored in the variable. We can call it as a data type. It specifies the different size of values that can be stored in the variable. We can call it as a data type. One is primitive data type, another one non-primitive data type. So let's see. First we see like non-primitive data types: array, clause, interface, and also string. One more, one more thing: string. String also non-primitive data type. Okay, string also non-primitive data type. Another one, primitive data types. In primitive data types, we have boolean, byte, char, short, integer, float, long, double. So these are all like integer, float, long, double, short, but these are all specify the number. It is specify the numbers. If you want to write a character, so we can use char. So char it specify the character, single character only, not name, like a name. So let's see like one by one. Boolean, it, it has 1 bit memory. It occupies 1 bit memory. We can indicate true or false. For suppose if you take anything like if you compare to anyone, so it will give true or false. If it is true, it will specify true. If you give the boolean, it will give true or false. Byte nothing but it will indicate the number. It occupies 1 byte memory. Next one, char. Char it occupies 2 bytes and it specify the character. Suppose like AB, like something like numbers. Only single number we can specify. Single code we can specify single code only, and also so without giving also any character, without giving any character also, if you give space here, so if you give space here, if you specify single code, so it is also considered as a character only. So anything like a character only. If you specify the single quotes, it is like a character. Next one, short also specify the numbers. It occupies 2 bytes memory. Integer also it has the it specifies the numbers: integer, float, long, double. So it occupies 4 bytes memory. Floats also it has like it occupies 4 bytes of memory. Long also it occupies 8 bytes. Double also it occupies 8 bytes. So what is the difference? This like short, integer, float, long, double. For suppose if you want to give like pints, like 1 pint or something like 22 point uh, 5, like this, if you want to specify, you need float. So we can specify like this. Like long double is like if you want to specify digits like up to like I number digit, if you want to specify, we can use the long and double. Integer or specify medium level. So mostly we can use the integer. Sometimes we can use the float and double. uh, Least time you can use the byte and short. Most of the time integer, float, long, double. Boolean it specifies true or false, and character for the single quotes. So these are all under come under the all under come under the these are all come under the primitive data types. So array, clause, interface, string come under the non primitive data type. So string means combination of strings. First, suppose if you want to give name like a name, name, name equal to something. I'm giving Naresh. I'm giving Naresh. Okay. So it is a combination of characters. So, but if you see right here, like character has only single letter, but name has like string has a combination of characters. So we can specify like a double quotes. String we can specify like double quotes, double quotes. This is about the primitive and non-primitive data types. So next topics we will see class, object, variable. So next, what is class? Class is blueprint or model for object. It creates the objects. So blueprint means it is a model or a template for the object. So when we want to create any object, we need class. So without class, we can't create the object. So object is nothing but a real object, a real entity. Real entity means, for suppose, if you take chair is like a real entity. Chair, a table, book, these are all entity. So without class we can't create any object. So with help of the class only we can create the object. For suppose if we want to build a building, so we need some plans, right? Plan and how to construct the building. So that plan we can call it as a blueprint. This is called a class. So class is collection of variables and method. So without a class we can't create the object. Next one is object. Object is an instance of class. So whatever we create, we plan, right? Whatever we have template blueprint. So with the help of the blueprint only, we can create the object. It is a real world entities. I already told you, right? Chair, uh, table, door. So these are all our real time entity. So these are all our real example. So with help of the class only, we can create the object. Object is a instance of class, is a real world entity. Once we create the object, it occupies some memory for variable. So when we create the object, it occupies some memory for variable. So next one. So object is also it has like a object, it has like a variable, and it has like a state and behavior. State means it will tell the properties. For suppose if you take chair, it has some properties. Properties means like a height, width, the color. So these are all the properties. And behavior means function. For suppose uh, so if you take dog is like it do some walking and do some run. So these are all the functions, behavior. So object, it has some state and behavior. It has some properties and behavior. We can call it as a object. So next one is variable. Variable is nothing but variable is a container, so which hold the some values while the Java program is executed. So variable is a container. So already we seen that variables and methods. So variables, it's behave like a properties. Properties means, I say, right, if you take any chair or a dog, so anything. For suppose if you take dog, it has some color, and it's some color and height, some looks. So these are all properties. Same as like variable is also some properties. Variable is a container which holds some values when Java program is executed. So for suppose if you when we want to execute some program, so we need a variable. Without variable also we can't create the objects. So variable, it holds some data when Java is while the Java program is executed. For suppose take example int a equal to 5. So here which one is the variable? A is the variable. So int is the data type, a is the variable, phi is the values. So variable, it also some values that we can call it as a variable. So variable, it has some it has some types of variables: local variable, instant variable, static variable. So local variable means any variable which is declared inside a class and inside a method. We can call it as local variable. Any variable which is declared inside a class and inside a method, we can call it as local variable. So we can see after after we download the JDK, and so what is a local variable, what is instance variable, what is static variable. The code we can see, so you can easily understand what is local variable, what is instant variable, what is static. So if you see that code, we can easily understand that. Next one, inside a variable. Any variable declared inside a class, outside a method, without static is called instance variable. Any variable which is declared inside a class, outside a method, with a static key, without static is called instance variable. Uh, So we can see latter so we can see this latter. Next one is static variable. Any variable declared inside a class, outside a method with a static keyword is called static variable.